I'm going to attempt one of the hardest platinums ever in Super Meat Boy. It starts with simple levels like this one and eventually leads to some insane levels like this. And to make matters worse, I'll have to beat 20 levels in a row, just like this one here, multiple times, making this a 10 out of 10 in difficulty. The challenge starts here in phase 1, where I'm going to be focused on simply completing the game. This is our main character, Meat Boy, and he's motivated by love, which is why we let no obstacle stand in our way to save Bandage Girl, who's been kidnapped by the creepy Dr. Fetus. Things start off easy, but that quickly changes when I start trying to A+ every level. To earn an A+, you have to beat a level within a certain time limit. Some are very easy, but others can get pretty tough. I have to do this for every level for a trophy, but also every A+ I earn unlocks a dark version of that level. You see, dark versions of levels takes the original one and makes it much harder, adding more saws, enemies, or just in general things that Meat Boy does not mix well with. So my game plan was to go through the light world, then go through and beat every dark level. By the end of it, I reached levels like this that became a big roadblock. Oh my god. This would become a problem later for the no death runs. For now, I was just focused on getting through the first 20 levels. Along the way, I was learning the game mechanics and getting a better feel for the controls. Some levels also have collectible bandages that you need for full completion. This is also when I found my first warp zone.
Oh, I popped the trophy. Now there's no going back.
These are a bonus set of 3 tough levels to complete that are found throughout the game. Now I know this sounds like a lot for little Meat Boy to handle all on his own. So good thing he's not alone. The warp zones I just mentioned are used to unlock new characters as well. Each character has a different ability, and this is Commander Video. He can fly horizontally for a few seconds. These levels are designed to showcase the abilities of the new character, and once I beat all 3 levels, I'll be able to use them whenever I want.
Well, let's go back-to-back trophies. Yo, this game's easy. What are people talking about?
Oh my god. There's 6 worlds in total with 20 levels each. If I'm going to be able to achieve this platinum, I'm going to have to learn the ins and outs of every single level. Thankfully, there is one character that makes a majority of levels much easier. This here is the Kid, also known as the best character in the game. His ability is being able to double jump, which of course is super useful, and you can use the Kid for the A+ ranks and dark levels, which makes things much more manageable. But unlocking the Kid in the first place is a nightmare. Here's the warp zone for the Kid. Needless to say, I struggled heavily for a while.
How?
It looks impossible at first, but again, these levels are made to utilize the new character's ability. I wasn't quite used to being able to double jump yet, which made the learning curve here pretty tough.
Oh, come on. That was the furthest I made it. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I just figured it out. All right, so it didn't work there. Okay, didn't work there either. But I know what I did over there. I know I just said over there, but you know what I'm talking about. What I did over there. I held right. What I got to do is just jump, let go of the D-pad, and then I'll get to where I need to get to. Bruh. Okay.
Quite literally an hour later, I finally made it to the second half of the level.
Damn it. What? Yo, I swear I landed.
By now I was getting delusional, and this is what happens after probably another dozen attempts.
Oh yeah. Who said not to sprint? That was a good idea. Oh my god. Wait, this is kind of scary. Ah, come on. Okay. No.
And finally, this happened.
We made it.
But remember, every warp zone has 3 levels.
Bruh. Oh, wait. This looks easier. Okay. I say that and I died.
Thankfully, the second level did not take nearly as much time as the first one. The key here is to narrowly dodge the spikes with slight movements to each side.
Oh my god.
This is the last level I had to complete, and unlike the first 2, this level forces you to keep moving at all times for obvious reasons.
Oh, I went too far, bruh.
This level is the easiest out of all of them, so the practice for this one didn't take too long.
Oh, yes. The Kid, finally. Okay, yo, I swear I got through that last level pretty quickly. I went through it pretty quick. All right, let me stop. Finally, bro. My goodness.
With the Kid unlocked, I was able to breeze through most levels after just a few tries each, bringing us here to the final level to beat the game.
Nice, the end.
With that done, it's now time for phase 2, 100% completion, aka the cleanup phase. My primary focus here is the Golden God trophy, but a couple others I'll also get along the way are the Real End for completing the dark levels and Retro Rampage for completing all warp zones, some of which were pretty neat. I thought it was cool to get to play these retro levels that had their own theme.
No. I got the trophy, but I missed the bandage. We have to go back in.
It was also where I would unlock the last few characters that would be crucial in phase 3, like this character named Ogmo.
I thought the Kid was the only character that can double jump. Clearly, I know nothing. Oh my god. Old school, baby. Is that what was that for? Oh, beat 10 warp zones. Nice. And we unlocked Ogmo.
I then came to another warp zone that was just as hard as the kids. There's a hidden bandage here that's not so hidden, and it requires me to play through the whole level normally, dodging spikes and making some crazy jumps. And since I can only play as Meat Boy, that means no double jumping either. When I got to the top, instead of beating the level, I have to grab this key, then slide all the way down to collect my bandage. I then have to navigate through the level again to beat it, and the second run through the level made me seriously nervous, leading to moments like this.
I knew that was gonna happen.
It's actually crazy how many times I ended up dying right before beating a level.
I almost died. Oh my god.
And the final warp zone involves fans, probably the most annoying obstacle because of how inconsistent it can be.
Should be good. Should be good. Oh my god. Yes. Let's go. Retro Rampage.
Before I could earn the Golden God trophy, there was one bonus chapter I had to beat. You see, after completing the game, I unlocked Cotton Alley, which contains the absolute hardest level Super Meat Boy has to offer. It's in these levels that the toughest challenge would come from later, but for now, I just had to get through them once. The Cotton Alley levels takes mechanics found all throughout the rest of the game and applies them here, making each level vastly different. Some levels are slow, like this one, where I have to dodge these purple blobs. Others are fast-paced, where I have to climb quickly while dodging saws. These levels force you to practice each one thoroughly just to beat it once, let alone without dying. A perfect example would be level 20, one that I have to beat to unlock a trophy. This level has some of the tightest jumps in the game, and any slight mistake costs you. On top of that, the level is very long, meaning you have to play perfectly for a minute straight to beat this one.
Yes, we did it. A+ suffragette. That's for women's rights. Suffragette. Let's go. She's a pioneer.
And of course, there's a dark version of all of these levels, making them even harder. This level here would be my final level for Golden God. It wasn't supposed to be, but you'll see what happens. If you look at my face, I look pretty dead inside, which is very ironic considering I said this earlier.
Yo, this game's easy. What are people talking about?
After many failed attempts, I finally figured it out.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to pop there. I have 4 levels left. What?
Don't worry, I'll have to beat those 4 levels regardless in phase 3, the no death runs of every world. This phase is what gives this game its reputation. It's what turns so many people away from playing it in the first place. The Cotton Alley levels are the hardest runs I have to do, but even working my way up to this chapter has its challenges. You start with Wood Boy, the Forest Light World. As you'd expect with the easiest levels in the game, I fly through them, having mastered the skills necessary to—
Oh, I died.
Okay, so clearly I'm still mastering the skills of the game, but as I always say, practice makes perfect. For this section, I'm allowed to do the 20 levels in any order I want, meaning I can start with the hardest levels like this one, then go back and do the easiest ones for last. I'll be using this strategy from now on, along with several others to get through this platinum.
He's the chosen one. Wood Boy.
The next run is the dark version of the forest. These levels are just as easy and actually more fun with the obstacles in my way. There was really only one level that tripped me up, and it just so happens to have a green filter on it, which are on random levels throughout the dark world for some reason.
Bro, I hate this level.
After a couple of attempts of practice, I finally figured this level out, and a few runs later, this trophy was within reach.
Oh, there we go. Squirrel Boy. I didn't know when the last level was.
The next few runs would be pretty easy too, and I got them done without much trouble.
Oh, there we go. Brimstone Boy. Okay. I didn't know how many levels I had left. The trophy might pop here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Maga Boy. Not too bad. Not too bad.
But there was one that felt much different from the rest. You see, the difficulty definitely spikes up a notch when it comes to Missile Boy. This one, along with Zombie Boy, are where I personally think the real pain starts. As the name suggests, Missile Boy is filled with a ton of missiles that follow you, so I'm required to learn very precise movements here. Another strategy was using other characters as well, such as Fly Wrench. He's able to stick to walls, making levels like this one and this one easier to beat. There's even moments where I'd use our favorite little buddy, Ogmo. He has a smaller hitbox than Meat Boy, but he moves slower too. Still, it's safer to use them on difficult levels like these and get them out of the way, leaving us the easier levels in the end for the trophy. On this run, I got through all the tough levels once again, and I only had a few simple jumps left.
Oh my god, I looked to the left at an email. No!
Dumb deaths like that would happen constantly, which is why it took dozens of attempts to finally get consistent with these levels. At this point, I only had 3 levels left. The one I'm on here is tough, but I played it enough to get comfortable with it. I left 2 easy levels for last, so there was no way I could make a mistake. The final moments before this awful trophy were in the hands of our good friend Ogmo.
Finally. Yes! Finally! Missile Boy. Oh my goodness. By far, that has taken the most time
Some people like to say Missile Boy is even harder than Zombie Boy, but let me show you why I disagree. I have to be very precise and jump in rhythm to climb this tower, which is not easy. And on this level, there's like 100 missiles shooting at me at all times, followed by saws that I have to jump over. And not to mention this level again. Okay, I gotta admit, this one actually becomes very consistent once you learn where the safe spots are. Zombie Boy has levels that I absolutely despise, like this one that contains a ton of zombies that are extremely random. Sometimes they jump, sometimes they don't. They can wake up from far away, or other times you have to get right next to them for them to wake up. On top of that, there's missiles aiming at you constantly. This level is where I started to use another strategy that comes in handy with the remaining runs. You see, if you know you're about to die and you're quick enough, you can pause and quit the level to try again, even if you were on a no death run. It does not reset your streak. Yo, look at him. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. All of these strategies and another 50 runs later brings us to this moment. I'm only 2 levels away from the trophy, but they're 2 of the hardest levels. That's because every few hours I'd play the levels in order, since I'd often die in the beginning of a run, meaning I didn't get enough practice in the later levels. I did this so I wouldn't get into a situation where I'd get really close to the trophy, then die because I haven't played a level in 3 hours. Somehow on this attempt, I made it to level 20 without dying and only a few seconds away from the trophy. There's even a neat trick I take advantage of here too. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my, finally! I just did a 1 through 20 run! I was not gonna mess up again. Look how close that was. No, that's a visual glitch. No, that's a visual glitch. I wasn't that close. I wasn't that close. And now only 2 no death runs were in my way of the platinum. Girl Boy was first, and I had gotten familiar enough with the controls that I actually didn't find this run to be too bad. However, there was one level that was just downright awful. Remember those fans I mentioned earlier? This level isn't supposed to be hard, but they're just so inconsistent. This was the one level that I'd always have to quit out multiple times before I did it correctly and actually beat it. And the final level for the trophy looks absurd, but I knew the pattern to take to do it. Oh my god, I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Yes! Oh, that's why I left this level for last. That's why I left this level for last. Impossible Boy is by far the hardest trophy in the game. I decided to start with this level, which is similar to before, except I was going downwards this time. The level is still extremely long, so I couldn't leave it for later. I'm glad I did start with this level because moments like this happened hundreds of times. Wow, that's the jump I died on. That's the saw I died on right there. And when I did get past it, the remaining levels were still extremely dangerous, like this one with the missiles, or this one here where I often didn't jump high enough. Oh my god, I always do that. After several days of practice, I learned how to do every level separately, and now it was just a matter of putting it all together. Here I was on the 11th level, my best run so far. No! Oh my goodness, this level stinks. That death was one of the few that made me rethink what order I wanted to complete levels in. I made sure to do this one earlier from now on. Dozens of failed runs later, I was starting to question if I could do this. The nerves were getting to me and I consistently died on earlier but tougher levels. Bro, really? Eventually, I made it deep into a run again, but I realized I skipped a very tough level I should have done earlier. I didn't do 19. I didn't do 19. Still, I kept going and quit out whenever I knew I was about to die. Until this moment, my 18th level out of 20. No! Oh my goodness, no way! That was level 18. That was level 18. How did I die? Oh my god, that was level 18. That was level 18. That was honestly heartbreaking, but I was determined to get it done. I wasn't letting anything stop me now. I took a break for a few hours, but came back late night to give it another shot. I consistently made it into double digits on each run, and I found myself on a level I've completed many times before. No! 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 You can tell I'm not even mad. I'm just laughing it off because I was more motivated than ever to accomplish this at this point. And on this run, I was only 4 levels away from beating it. Look at how focused I am throughout the rest of this run. And here was the last level, where I immediately made a mistake, but thankfully reacted quickly. I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Let's go. I told you I'm doing it today. Today. Told you I was doing it today. I was getting it done today. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My heart is racing. I gotta see stats. 10,701 deaths. 10,701 deaths. Let's go. I have 84 hours played in Super Meat Boy after earning the platinum trophy, which is way less hours than my hardest platinum. Click on the screen here if you want to see that video.